Cam Kaimon Rucker from North Carolina. Make sure this play while I read. All right, from Hartwell, Georgia, senior, 6'1", 254, 32 and 5/8 inch arms, 10-inch hands. The only thing he did at the combine was bench press. What the scouts say about him is good transfer of power from hips to hands in his punch. Uses upper body to turn. Uses upper body turn to slide past blockers through the gap. Careful to close the distance and run through target tackles. What I liked about him from the two games I watched, he's good to read and react versus the run. He's versatile because he can drop back and play some off-ball linebacker, then come up and put his hand on the ground. He's extremely strong in the upper body. He's a good edge setter. What I didn't like about him was his length, consistency, and staying healthy. He didn't play. I think he played 6 games this year, maybe 7. And so his health is a concern for me. And again, being 6'1", that arm length is sometimes an issue, but some people know how to play football, and that arm length crap don't matter. What do you think about Kaimon Rucker from North Carolina?
Yeah, so you mentioned it. Kind of a squatty, kind of muscle bound little dude. And it was interesting because I put his numbers into the mock draftable database, and he's almost identical to Elvis Dumerville as
Okay.
far as size, arm length, weight. Is damn near identical. I think it's like a quarter of an inch. As far as arm length is the difference between him and Elvis Dumerville. But he's not a guy who's gonna be a powerhouse. Like, we mentioned him being, kind of a solid dude. He's not gonna overpower blockers, but he has like that kind of jolt that you see in his hands when he like puts his hands out and puts it into the breastplate of a tackle, and you see the tackle just be bench pressed right out.
Get the head snap.
Right, and he's not a overly strong guy, but when he's able to get inside the breastplate, he can definitely move some blockers. I think he does a nice job of getting under their pass too. He uses that natural leverage when you see a dude that's about the size of a midget being going up against these dudes. Um, and I do think, obviously because of the lack of size, he can get overwhelmed when it comes
hmm
to bigger blockers, or if there's a pulling guard or something like that. You can see him just it's just a mass issue. These
hmm
are big men playing a big man's game, and you can see him get overwhelmed. But I do like the production that he had when he was healthy on the
Right.
field. He does make an impact when he's on the field, because there's some pass rushers that you watch and you're like, look, I went the whole game watching this dude, I didn't even notice him.
Right.
But Rucker, he makes his presence known in the
hmm
games that he plays.
His
uh
versatility is crazy. Like, cause
mhm.
his hand will be on the ground on one play, and then he'll be sitting there at Mike linebacker next play.
Yep. Yep, and dropping in the coverage too. Like
hmm
I thought he looked pretty good. There was a play where
It's a
he got
pick on
in,
here. I got a
yes,
pick on here.
with like a one-handed pick. And
See if I can find it. Go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can
yeah,
find
yeah,
the pick.
no, I know exactly the one you're talking about. He dropped back, felt the dude moving behind him, and he got in the passing lane. And I think he had like a one-handed diving interception.
It was perfect zone coverage, from my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, and for a guy who's usually going forward to move backward that smoothly, I thought it was impressive as hell. So, I really did like his game, and I don't know what the medicals are going to say,
hmm
but I thought he was impressive as hell.
What that pick is?